TV broadcast, the radio call on 106.9 The Trail, and we're streaming online as always at KHYYFM.com. Appreciate you making time for the broadcast tonight, whichever of those platforms you've got us dialed in on. Those ups and downs I mentioned, the COVID risk dial went up again earlier this week, and Gering made some adjustments to their fan protocol. So tonight, just immediate family members only, and I can tell you it is very noticeable here at the gym so far this evening. Only immediate family members allowed in for the match tonight. I know Scottsbluff and Gering will make a joint announcement on next week's football game at Bearcat Stadium sometime in the coming days. Probably look for that maybe tomorrow. You sometimes get those news dumps on Friday or maybe early next week. We're still 8 days away from the big Scottsbluff Gering football game. Plenty on the line tonight for this match. Right now in power points, Gering is 14th, Scottsbluff 17th. The Lions just one spot back of Scottsbluff. Whichever of the three teams winds up with the better standing will host the sub-district tournament here in a few weeks. So far this year, these two teams have played twice. Scottsbluff a 3-0 sweep at home back on September 22nd, and then this past weekend it was Gering with a 2-0 sweep of the Cats in the Western Conference Tournament. Gering went 2-1 at Western Conference and finished third. Scottsbluff went 2-1 and finished fifth. Joining me again tonight for the broadcast is former Gering head coach Craig Shadwinkle. Coach, before we get to the first point I was going to bring up, got to start with the atmosphere here in the gymnasium tonight. Obviously, safety first and foremost, and it is noticeable with immediate family members only, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, Chris, because traditionally the Scottsbluff Gering game, at least from a coaching standpoint, is you had to take the two student bodies into account, and that's not going to be a factor tonight. In fact, in the JV match, there wasn't even a whole lot of clapping. So kind of what Coach Frost has been preaching to the Huskers, you better bring your own level, because if you don't, you're not going to be ready to play.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So getting late in the season, and tonight another measuring stick match to see who's tracking to be playing. As a coach, you know you want to be playing your best when you get to the postseason. So big match for both these coaches tonight in terms of that.
Well, it is, and you talked about it already. It's kind of the rubber game of the series so far. I think that home court advantage in the sub-districts is huge, and you just want to keep your momentum rolling as you get to the end of the year, because you want to be playing your best ball here in a couple weeks. So, it's huge tonight.
Yep, it's the Platte Valley Company's pregame show. We still need to hear from was hopeful to have both head coaches, of course, with Scottsbluff. Gering was just unable to make the connection this morning with Gering head coach Amanda Cochran. Then my plan was to catch up with her when I got to the gym, but she was really coaching in the JV game, so there was no way I could pull her aside and get that done. So we will hear from Leslie Forrell, the head coach for Scottsbluff, and we'll get to that when we come back right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
When you call Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating, you will have options. Repair it, rebuild it, or update it. Whether your furnace stops working or your bathtub won't drain, Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating provides the services you need to be comfortable. Weekends, holidays, or late nights, we will be there. With over 30 years of service, our certified technicians and cutting-edge technology can keep your systems running at their peak efficiency. Gering Valley Plumbing and Heating, every time we enter your home, we leave it a better place to live.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leeds Heads.
We're back tonight, KNEB.TV coverage, also radio on 106.9 The Trail as we get set for Scottsbluff at Gering High School volleyball coverage. Time for pregame coaches' comments with the visiting head coach tonight. Not a very long trip, but time to catch up now with Scottsbluff head coach Leslie Forrell. Pregame coaches' comments brought to you by The Zone at Scottsbluff Screen Printing. Coach, let's before we get to tonight's match, let's go back to the weekend. A 2-1 showing at Western Conference Tournament. Appeared to be a pretty competitive competitive tournament overall. You guys beat Sydney, drop one to Gering, and then beat Mitchell. Some thoughts on how the team played over the weekend?
You know, Chris, that was probably our most consistent that we had played in one day. Now, if you were to match us up for one game, I feel like we played very comparable against Sydney or against Gering earlier in the season. But for a complete day, that was probably the most consistent that we have played all year.
So the win over Sydney had to be huge. Then the loss to Gering, what was kind of the difference maker in that match, you think?
Definitely our hitting errors. And that's something that we've talked about before, going back to our mental endurance. We do really well for a big team, just really getting excited, having the motivation and the momentum to carry us throughout. And then we kind of lose focus a little bit, having that mental endurance to go into the next game. And that's why I kind of said that probably the most consistent is we still managed to stay. I mean, we lost by 2 points for both the Gering sets, and I think it was just one of those things that we just couldn't connect and finish some of our plays. And a lot of that came down to our hitting errors, so hopefully we take care of those tonight.
Few road matches here to close out the regular season, but still maybe a chance to get some home matches in if you can leapfrog Gering and Alliance doesn't jump you both. It's pretty tightly packed here in power points, so tonight's a pretty big one for power points and for this sub-district tournament, isn't it?
Yes, absolutely, and it's something that we've kind of talked about, but at the same time, we're a team that we just kind of really have to focus on what's in front of us and take care of set by set, not even take care of an entire match, but yeah, we're just set by set trying to stay consistent. But no, as coaches for sure, we know what's at stake tonight, but the girls, I think they're just excited. It's a crosstown rival. It's going to be a big game no matter what. And I think that in itself is going to be enough for the girls.
Yeah, no doubt about that. Let's get you out of here on this one with a quick key to the game brought to you by Team Auto Center, home of the lifetime warranty, and you get that with every new vehicle purchase at Team Auto. So what's it take for your young ladies tonight to get in the winner's circle, Coach?
Just taking care of our side of the floor. Definitely controlling the ball on offense, but we base a lot of our season on how well we do on defense. So I think if we put up a solid front line with blocking and then we kind of fill in our defense around them, I think that's really going to help us on offense.
Leslie Forrell, head volleyball coach for Scottsbluff. Appreciate the time, Coach. Best of luck tonight and have some fun.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
We'll come back with more right after this on the Rural Radio Network. We're back tonight, KNB.TV.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
Coach has got a lot going on this year with everything involved with handling the school day, getting your team ready, making sure the pass list is ready to go for tonight. And she was coaching in the JV match as well when I got here and was thinking about maybe trying to grab a quick pregame interview on site. So we don't have Coach Cochran this evening, but we can tell you this. Gering has won 3 of their last 4 matches, really their best stretch win-loss-wise of the season so far. If you go back to last week, they beat Alliance in a 3-0 sweep here at home on Tuesday. Then Saturday in the Western Conference Tournament, an opening match lost 2-0 to Sydney, but they bounced right back to beat Scottsbluff in pool play 2-0, and they beat Alliance 2-0 as well in the third place match. Sydney was the winner over Chadron in the championship match. Gering got the third place finish with the win over Alliance, so they have won 3 of their last 4. We're just a few minutes away from first serve here tonight at Gering High School. We'll get you starting lineups here in just a few moments. And again, Coach, I mean, the atmosphere here in the gym, as a head coach, what would you say to your team? I mean, ahead of a situation like this, because for the first time this year, these protocols are now in place for an actual varsity match. So would you say anything different to the team about how they handle themselves out on the floor?
Well, I guess it, depends on where your kids are at, emotionally and being able to trust your training. If you're bringing the intensity that you have every night in practice, again, you want kind of what Coach Floral talked about. You want to focus on what you're doing on your side of the net and do that as well as you can, which then in turn should be able to change the tempo and what the other team is able to come back at you with. So, say, for instance, sub-district is this way. This is a great dress rehearsal for what that might be. But again, if the kids are doing their job, trust their training, and they're doing what they're supposed to do, that the crowd shouldn't be an issue, even though a lot of kids like to build on that.
Just about set for the playing of the national anthem, and then the introduction to starting lineups. We'll step away for just a moment and come back, and we'll have first serve here in just a few moments on the Rural Radio Network.
At 21st Century Equipment, we're proud to introduce the new Build Your Own tool. Build the John Deere you've been wanting and see how affordable it really is. Visit 21stcenturyequipment.net to build your own
Rural Radio Network coverage tonight. High school volleyball from Gering High School. The Lady Bulldogs and the Scottsbluff Bearcats getting set for this rivalry showdown here late in the regular season. We've got just a few regular season matches left. Let's get to the introduction of some of our key participants tonight for both teams. Scottsbluff will be on. They'll have on the floor a heavy dose of this batch right here. Izzy Wright, a senior outside hitter. Emma Foote, a senior outside hitter. She has 72 kills this year. Austin Andreas in the middle, a sophomore. Gracie Michael, a senior setter. Tierra West, a sophomore middle blocker. Peyton Bird, as the lights go out here for the introduction of the Gering side. Also, Callie Wright, the senior libero for Scottsbluff. We'll see plenty of Megan Bewley, a junior setter, and also Quincy Johnson, a senior on the outside. For Gering, Macy Boggs, 5'8" senior. She leads the team with 188 digs and 409 assists. Kyla Knight, a 5'11" outside hitter, a senior. Cammie Newman, a 6-foot sophomore. Carly Pazanka, a 5'11" sophomore, 120 kills for Pazanka. Also Kenny Gable, a 5'6" senior libero. 311 digs on the year. Maddie Ray at 6'1", a sophomore, leads the team with 181 kills. Kale Morris has 74 digs. We'll see Sydney Winkler and also Alexis Gonzalez-Orozco, a 5'5" freshman. Plenty of action for all of those competitors here tonight. No shaking of the hands at the net. It'll be Gering in the pink home jerseys here tonight. Scottsbluff in the all-black road uniforms. And we are just about ready for first serve. Introduction to starting lineups brought to you by Western Nebraska Community College. From diplomas to degrees, it's for me, and you can learn more at wncc.edu. And, of course, our first serve here momentarily, always brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza. Find them at 2801 Avenue B in Scottsbluff, where it's always love at 425 degrees. And you can always register for the Papa Murphy's Text Club for a sweet deal there. Dan Marshall, his crew, they do a great job at Papa Murphy's here in town. Records for tonight. You've got Scottsbluff at 9-14. Head coach is Leslie Forrell in her second year at the helm. And for Gering, led by Amanda Cochran, their record right now at 9-12, 14th in the power points for Gering. Scottsbluff at 17 and Alliance at 18. And those will be the three teams. That's all for the sub-district tournament coming up here for the postseason. And who's ever on top in the power points when they calculate for those seedings, that'll be the team that hosts Scottsbluff with a road match tonight. They've also got road tilts coming up at Alliance and at Torrington next week. Gering goes to Sydney next week, and they'll host Bridgeport as well. Kenny Gable comes on. Cammie Newman will sit, so they get the libero on, and we are just about ready for first serve. Callie Wright on the libero for Scottsbluff for this opening rotation. Scottsbluff will serve, and it'll be Gracie Michael. And again, first serve brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza. Scottsbluff won the JV match 2 sets to none. Michael serves, played by Sydney Winkler. Boggs sets it up for Maddie Ray. Dug out of the back by Emma Foote. The opening point of the match goes to Gering, 1-0.
Yeah, just a communication error, kind of an in-between ball. They weren't aggressive and ended up with the error.
Newman serves for Gering. Michael sets. Quincy Johnson, a block on the right side for Gering, and it's 2-0 Bulldogs. Cammie Newman serving. She has 3 ace serves on the season. This one comes down the middle, played by Foote to Michael at the net. Peyton Berta. Gonzalez Orozco, no, check that. That was...
Boy, I thought Scottsbluff was in the net. I agree with Coach Cochran on that. The Gering kid wasn't even off her feet, and they're calling her in the net, so I'm not sure about that one, Chris.
So Scottsbluff will be the beneficiary of that call. They get their first point of the match. A 2-1 lead. Now Izzy Wright to serve. Our location tonight, Gering High School. Gable to the front row. Boggs sets it left. Maddie Ray dug by Wright. Free ball across to Gering. They'll have to play it back. Quincy Johnson, quick set. Now Austin Andreas across to the Gering side. Little dump set across. Ball still alive. Rally continues. Emma Foote dug by Gering out of the back with Sydney Winkler. To the front row, Quincy Johnson. Callie Wright, or check that, Izzy Wright across. Now a kill attempt up front from Kyla Knight into the net. We're tied 2-2.
Yeah, she just was late, Chris. She tried to hit that on the way down instead of a quick tempo. You got to be up in the air earlier on that one.
Off the serve, couple of hits across to the Scottsbluff side. It goes out of bounds, and the Bearcats have scored 4 straight, or check that, 3 straight. They lead 3-2 here in the opening set. Izzy Wright to serve. Boggs, now Maddie Ray, dug by Callie Wright. To the front row, Gracie Michael. On the attack is Austin Andreas, and I thought that looked like it was touch, but they're going to say long, no touch, and point goes to Gering.
I kind of wonder the same thing there, Chris, but you know, it's interesting up to this point. We don't have a hitter that's really gone up to swing hard to terminate. It's just been kind of a safe play type ball.
Definitely has been that. Serving is Macy Boggs out of the back row. That was Izzy Wright. Now Maddie Ray. There's a big swing. She goes cross court, deep right side, and that's a kill for Ray, and the point to Gering. 4-3, Bulldogs lead here in the opening set. Both these teams looking for their 10th win of the year here tonight. Boggs to serve for the Bulldogs. Comes across to Emma Foote. To the front row, Michael. She goes to the left side with Foote. Gable. And swinging and into the net. That was Alexis Gonzalez Orozco with a hitting error. We're tied back up at 4 apiece. Now Callie Wright to serve for Scottsbluff. Back set, Boggs. And the swing off 1 foot that time from Ray sails wide of the mark, and Scottsbluff goes in front 5-4.
It's kind of been the tail of the match so far. A lot of hitting errors, timing errors, and they need to just get up and swing hard at the ball.
Serving is Callie Wright. Kenny Gable to the front row. Boggs across for Gering. Quincy Johnson. Quick set there from Michael for Johnson, and we get a lift, I believe, here. The point goes to Scottsbluff, and they lead 6-4. Tentative play, Coach, early.
Very tentative.
Callie Wright serves for Scottsbluff. Boggs sets it up. Kyla Knight can't finish. She got a free ball back. Nice dig that time by Callie Wright. Gering side of the net. Boggs sets. The tip from Maddie Ray. The block is there, and the point goes to Quincy Johnson. And now we'll get a timeout taken by Amanda Cochran as Scottsbluff has surged now to a 3-point lead. It's 7-4 Cats. We'll step away. They lead by 3 right now on the West Coast scoreboard.
Some people think Allstate only protects your car. Here's the truth. Allstate can also protect your home or apartment, as well as your boat, motorcycle, RV, and snowmobile, and even your retirement and your life. Not many insurance companies can say that, but Allstate can.
Bundle and save with Allstate. In Gering, call Allstate agent Michael Engelhop for a quote today at 308-436-2123.
Chris Cottrell, Craig Shadwinkle with you tonight. TV coverage, radio on the trail. Scottsbluff leads 7-4 here in the opening set. Cats won the JV match 25-21 and 25-23. A quick two-setter in favor of Scottsbluff. Cats serving. Gering gets it set for Kyla Knight in the middle. Michael with a back set. Johnson punches it across for Scottsbluff. Left side, the set. Maddie Ray dug by Callie Wright. They come left to Emma Foote, and that ball found the floor. Gering went down looking for the pancake, but point goes to Scottsbluff, and Emma Wright with the kill. Emma Foote. There's enough rights already. And serving is Callie Wright. Tierra West at the net. Puts up the block for Scottsbluff. Gonzalez Orozco played it across for Gering, and that swing sails long, and the point goes to Gering. Now 8-5 Cats here in the opening set. Ray will serve now for the Bulldogs. To right, Michael. Tierra West tries to throw one long. Played there by Maddie Ray to the left side. Back across to Gering. And there's the kill for the Bulldogs, Alexis Gonzalez Orozco. And our score now at 8-6. Ray serves. That comes to Emma Foote to the front row for Scottsbluff. Now Foote, well, they had that set up perfectly, Coach, right down the chute, and Scottsbluff couldn't pay it off.
Yeah, and again, it looked more like a timing error instead of a block attempt. But I just noticed in warm-up the teams were tentative, and they still are tentative.
Back set, Michael. Here's Quincy Johnson. There's a kill. And Scottsbluff with a second kill of the match from Quincy Johnson. They lead 9-7.
When you don't have a big crowd and you don't have that student body to pump you up, those big kills like she got where you get up and swing hard and get some emotion behind it can really help you build momentum as well as maintain it and play off of that. So let's see what happens here.
Even as a coach, even if you have some big misses with the big swings, you'll take it to just try to get the energy up, wouldn't you?
Exactly, yeah.
Megan Bewley serving for Scottsbluff. Again, limited crowd here tonight, immediate family members only. Tierra West, now Emma Foote. Boggs. Dug by Wright, now Foote again. Off Gable, then off the backboard and down for a point for Scottsbluff. Emma Foote with her second kill. Scottsbluff leads 10-7.
Nice swing by her on the outside. A little timing off, but she swung hard and got the nice kill.
Megan Bewley serves. They'll set. Maddie Ray out of the back row. Now Bewley. Emma Foote. Dug there by Kenny Gable. And Carly Pazanka off the left side with the kill for Gering. Tammy Newman in as that's Kyla Knight that'll sit now for Gering. First kill for Pazanka, the 5'11 sophomore. 10-8 Scottsbluff here in the first set. Back set Bewley. Foote swing into the net, and point goes to the Bulldogs, 10-9.
She's been late on several of her approaches. You kind of wonder on both sides if maybe they're still a little tired from this weekend. I really don't see much nerves out there. So.
And Scottsbluff had a match Tuesday canceled against Cheyenne East. That'll be an ace serve for Gering or Kenny Gable. First ace for either team that we've seen tonight. 10-10, all even here in the opener. Coming into play tonight, Gable had 5 aces, now make it 7 back-to-back aces. Tierra West got the right fist on it, couldn't control it, and Gering goes in front, 11-10. First set action from Gering High. Kenny Gable to serve. Down to get it is Callie Wright. Austin Andreas. Now a block at the net. That point's going to go to Macy Boggs. 12-10 Bulldogs with the lead now.
That should have been a back row attack because she's back row, and they just now called it, Chris. I didn't think that was right, but then you don't want to say the officials aren't doing their job either. So, the back row players cannot contact the ball above the top of the net, and she definitely did that. The scorekeeper, I think, has got to adjust the score as well.
Should be 11-11. It says 12-10 at the moment. Scottsbluff serving. Boggs dumped one across. Now Andreas. Scottsbluff a little out of system there. Tipped across by Cammie Newman for Gering. Bewley will set left for Berta. Off the top of the block. Down to get it, Maddie Ray. Boggs. And now Newman swings into the net. They adjusted the score on the fly, and they've got it right now. Scottsbluff leads 12-11.
I really like Cammie. She's a young player. She's tall. She's trying to be aggressive, but again, she just mistimed it.
6-foot sophomore. Coach talking about Cammie Newman. Macy Boggs. Now Gonzalez Orozco. That sails long. Point to the Bearcats. 13-11 here in the opening set. These two played on Saturday. They played twice this season. This is the return home and home match. Gering hosted here Western Conference over the weekend. Back set from Boggs. Gonzalez Orozco swings into the net. Coach Gering has a young team. Gonzalez Orozco, a freshman. You talked about Newman, a sophomore. Carly Pazanka, just a sophomore. So a lot of young talent for Coach Amanda Cochran. Emma Foote serves. Pazanka gets it right back, and a nice block.
And you know, Chris, Carly did everything she could. The ball was just set too tight. She swung hard, and the blocker just went out on that play.
15-11 is our score. Make it 16-11. Tierra West up front. We're going to get another timeout taken by Gering. First set action from Gering High School tonight. Scottsbluff has picked up their biggest lead of the match so far. 16-11. We're back right after this on the Rural Radio Network. Logos in Gering is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gering. Yeah, district cross country today. Boys state tennis in Lincoln at the Woods Tennis Center. Scottsbluff with both their doubles teams still alive. Gering got a couple of wins in first round matches at 1 and 2 singles. Scottsbluff also got a first round win at 2 singles with Cade Huck. So it's Porter Robbins and Lincoln Frank, number 1 doubles team. They came in as a 5 seed still alive for Scottsbluff. They lost their third round match today, and now there's a point, went deep, either just inside or clipped the line, and a point for Gering. Now 16-12. I think that was Newman.
Yeah, it was, Chris.
Serving is Gonzalez Orozco, and that'll be an ace serve.
Nice deep serve. Those are tough balls, and if you got any indecisiveness, you got to go with your gut instinct. If you think it's in, you better play the darn thing. So
16-13. Gonzalez Orozco, the 5'5 freshman. Now 12 aces on the season. Low, played there by Wright. Tierra West tips it across. Now Boggs sets it left side. Carly Pazenka down the line off Bewley, and a kill for Carly Pazenka.
Nice solid swing, a good aggressive approach. I'm surprised, Chris, not knowing either team very well. There's a lot of timing errors between the setter and hitter on both sides of the net, which is causing a lot of errors.
16-14. Gonzalez Orozco, now Bewley. Out of the back row foot. Played there by Maddie Ray. Boggs, Pazenka, and just long. And point to Scottsbluff. They lead 17-14 in the opening set. High school volleyball coverage tonight on the Rural Radio Network, KNEB.TV, and 106.9 The Trail. Chris Cottrell, Craig Shadwinkle with you from our Logos broadcast location here at Gering High. Tipped across by Scottsbluff. Gering to the front row. Boggs sets it for Pazenka. Dug by West. Foot to the front. And Peyton Berta a few paces back of the net and swings and hits that one into the net. It's now 17-15.
Yeah, those balls that come across your body are really tough, even at the collegiate level, to try to play those and be aggressive.
Serve across to Wright, and that ball drops just out. Point to Gering Sydney Winkler on serve for the Bulldogs. And 17-16, back to a 1-point lead for the Cats. To Foot on the serve. Now Andreas. Left side, and that's going to go off Bewley. Ball in the air. Good hustle play.
You got to love that effort, Chris. She was willing to sacrifice the body and keep it in play, just wasn't good enough.
17-17 our score. Front row, Bewley back set. Big swing, ball alive right. Now Berta, played by Kenny Gable. Boggs hustles after it to set up Maddie Ray, and that'll be a kill down the middle. Maybe a little miscommunication there as Foot slid out of the way, and Callie Wright slid in with the right hand but could not keep it alive.
Nice placement shot and found the hole. Nice effort. Missed serve out of bounds.
First service error here in the set for Gering. We're tied 18-18, and Gracie Michael now to serve for Scottsbluff. Gonzalez Orozco, joust ball at the net, and that point's going to go to Scottsbluff and Peyton Berta.
I'm surprised that wasn't a double contact up there by Macy, because she tried to attack the ball and it didn't look like it got blocked at the net.
Gable, now Boggs, big swing from Maddie Ray, and Maddie Ray picks up her third kill here in this first set. 19-19 tight coming down the stretch here in the opener.
But I tell you, Chris, as a coach, you'd rather have a kid serve it out and have the opponents have to make a decision than blast it in the middle of the net. So it wasn't out by that far.
1 point lead, 20-19 our score. Izzy Wright to serve for the Cats. Clips the net down to get it. Kenny Gable. Boggs sets up Maddie Ray. Off the left side, dunked by Wright. Michael sets left side. Emma Foot, good dig by Sydney Winkler. Good rally here on this point. Callie Wright pushes one across. Winkler to the front row, dumping one across was Macy Boggs for the point for Gering, and we're tied back up 20 apiece.
Nice choice by Macy. She's aggressive at the net, and you like to have your setters be able to do that when the ball's close on the attack.
Right to the front, Michael back set. Johnson kind of had to contort her body to get it across. Big smash there from Ray, played by Scottsbluff. Back to the Gering side. Boggs, quick set, and that's down for a kill for Kyla Knight.
And those are the kind of shots you want your middle kids to hit. The deep to the corner, really tough to play on defense. And right now, Gering's just kind of hitting more holes than what Scottsbluff is able to do.
21-20 Gering. Gering already with 6 different players in this first set have recorded a kill. Back set Michael. Quincy Johnson off the block, down to get it. Gonzalez Orozco. Now Maddie Ray off the block, out of bounds, and Maddie Ray picks up her 4th kill, and it is 22-20. And Coach, Gering's been able to rally here late in this set. What's been the difference?
Well, again, in volleyball, it just goes back to the momentum. They've had good passes to be able to get a good attack. The hitters are going up and swinging and not worrying about making a mistake or getting blocked. And right there, that was a great example because Scottsbluff block was late and out of position. She was able to use it off their hands for a good kill.
22-20. Chris Cottrell, Craig Shadwinkle with you. Logos broadcast booth here tonight. Logos, your home for all your screen printing and embroidery needs. Shop the showroom or have something custom made at Logos, 10th Street in Gering, downtown Gering for Logos. Jeremy and his staff do a great job here in town. 22-20.
You know, and Chris, talking about the sub-district stuff, one thing you want to look at on all 3 of those teams are what they call hanger teams. Alliance right now is a hanger. If they would win a couple and move up above the 50%, that's going to give Scottsbluff and Alliance some points, which could make a huge difference. I was kind of looking today at that, and there's several teams that all 3 teams have that could make a big difference in the play for the number 1 seed.
22-20. Back to live action. Quincy Johnson and the block from Gering. Like that was
Kyla Knight, I believe.
Yep, Kyla Knight in the middle. 5'11" senior. And Gering 2 points away, 23-20. AC Boggs serves long. 3rd service there this opening set for the Bulldogs.
Right now, Scottsbluff wants to try to get another little run going so they can even the game or even maybe get ahead. So
23-21, down to get it. Gering back across to the Scottsbluff side. Johnson bump set. Ray, now back set from Boggs. Gonzalez Orozco with the kill.
Nice aggressive swing. She kind of mistimed the ball, but the block was late as well. And sometimes that's the benefit of getting a kill is just, you know, somebody being out of position like that.
Carly Pazanka back into the match as Sydney Winkler sits on this rotation. 24-21 set point for Gering. Michael sets up Tierra West off the block. Popped up in the air by Boggs. Gable right back to Gonzalez Orozco. Went cross court wide and out of bounds. 24-22. So the side out to Scottsbluff. Paige Horn wearing number 9. The freshman checks in, and that's who made that hustle play earlier that Coach was impressed with over near the Scottsbluff bench. 24-22. Serving is Megan Bewley. 16 aces coming into play tonight. Well, that one had a knuckleball feel to it. Cross to Pazanka off the block, out of bounds. Carly Pazanka with the big smash to finish off the opening set. 25-22. Gering wins the opener. We'll come back with set number 2 right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
New season and new fashion is in at Compliments for you and your home. Check out what's new from Tribal and Charlie B. From light layers for warm days and cool nights to reversibles that are a must-have for the season. Compliments has the style for you. With great looks come great deals. Compliments always has weekly deals to bring more style into your life. Get ahead of the trends and get the new shapes, shades, and colors this season at Compliments for you and your home. 1708 Broadway, downtown Scottsbluff. Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
Another one of our fine high school sports sponsors on the Rural Radio Network is Wells Fargo Advisors. For more than 125 years, Wells Fargo Advisors has created wealth management and investment strategies aimed at achieving their clients' personal financial goals. You can call Ryan Windhorst to learn more at 632-7561. Together, you'll go far. Well, Coach, Gering surges in front. They win the opening set 25-22, and the team that found the rhythm and found the energy is the team that won the opening set.
You're exactly right, and the huge difference is Gering got up and started swinging aggressive. Scottsbluff doesn't have a big knockdown, drag-out kind of kill type hitter, so I think they're going to have to start hitting smarter shots like they did in the first set. I got to plug a great friend of mine. No cheerleaders, no band, no student body, so former Coach Grassley's out being the cheerleader for the Bulldog crowd, and that's kind of neat to watch that. She was a huge part of our volleyball program as well as the basketball program, so it's nice to see her back in the gym.
Yep, quiet for the most part here compared to most other nights you'll see any other sport for Scottsbluff Gering, with immediate family members only being allowed into the gym here at Gering this evening. They've just made that change earlier this week when the wrist dial for COVID here with Panhandle Public Health went to orange, and we get set for set number 2. Gering 25-22 in the opener. And serving is Gering. And that'll be an opening, nearly an ace. Gracie Michael across. And the point continues. Boggs sets up Ray, and a big kill. Gracie Michael was there with a right hand, but punched it out of bounds. And for Maddie Ray, that is her 5th kill of the match.
And Chris, that was an awesome job by Macy Boggs. Scottsbluff completely out of position, set a fast tempo, and Scottsbluff was not ready in position.
Quincy Johnson tried to find the opening, threw it down the left side, gets her 3rd kill of the match.
A nice, smart shot. Gering's definitely got some holes, and I think, like I said, where they don't have that power hitter to put it down, they're going to have to try to do that to keep Gering's defense honest.
Izzy Wright to serve now for the Bearcats. 1-1 here early in set number 2. Wright comes down the middle to Gonzalez Orozco to the front. And now Maddie Ray off the block. Another kill for Ray. 6 in the match. And
Maddie's doing a nice job. The ball was set over her shoulder. She kind of had to reach backwards, and the block kind of threw them off as well. So,
just a sophomore, she's got a chance to be a dominant player by the end of her career here at Gering High. Quincy Johnson, that clipped the top of the net. Gering keeps it alive. Now Ray again, blocked by Johnson. That falls on the Scottsbluff side. Maddie Ray with 3 kills early here in the second, 7 for the match. And Gering leads 3-1. She's got all 3 points here in this set. Callie Wright on the serve receive, and now Austin Andreas.
Nice shot. They're using that back corner, and it's definitely open. Gering's defense has rotated the opposite way, and again, I think Scottsbluff's going to have to do that to get back in, also to loosen up Gering's defense so they can kind of even the match out.
3-2 Bulldogs. Serving is Callie Wright. And there's a ball in the net, so Scottsbluff evens it up. We're tied 3 apiece. Right to serve again. Goes deep to Kenny Gable. Boggs sets up Kyla Knight. A big swing for Knight.
It was a nice swing for her. Wasn't a power ball, but through the block into a nice open area on the court.
4-3 Bulldogs. Leslie Forrell for Scottsbluff. Gering's Amanda Cochran, both head coaches out with instructions for their squads. Gering won the opening set 25-22, and that serve deep. Service error number 4 of the match for Gering.
But again, Chris, a nice serve. It was in the seam, made Scottsbluff commit to the ball. And I tell you what, if it had hair on it, I think that thing would have been in. It was awful close.
4-4. Megan Bewley rotates in to serve now for the Bearcats. Jump serve comes across to Gable. Boggs hustles after it. Bump sets it. And finishing is Gonzalez Orozco. Found an opening back right side. And hits the floor for the point and the kill.
Yeah, and your defense has got to be so disciplined because when the ball is set wide because of the antenna, that's the only area you've got to hit it to. So you've got to maintain your base and stay in that hard angle.
Maddie Ray serves now. Tierra West with the cut shot off one leg.
Way too early. A nice choice, a nice aggressive swing, but she's just underneath it and way too early.
6-4 Gering. 2-point lead. Ray, and serve receive comes wide of the mark, out of bounds. That'll be an ace serve for the Bulldogs. They lead 7-4. Now Andreas clips it across. No, check that. That was Horn, the freshman, hitting into the net. Pazenka, and it's now 7-5 as Scottsbluff gets to within 2.
Scottsbluff's got to get some more energy going. When they play aggressive with a lot of emotion, I think they play so much better.
Emma Foote jump serve. Down to get it. Gable, free ball for the Bearcats. Rolled along the net and hitting long. Probably wide. Might have been long as well. Out of bounds. The end result and the point to the Bearcats. Now 7-6 here in set number 2. Best of 5 here tonight at Gering High. Gering won the opener 25-22. Scottsbluff won the JV match in 2 sets. Callie Wright out of the back row. Emma Foote dug by Boggs. Right side Gonzalez Orozco. Izzy Wright, or check that, Callie Wright. Now Peyton Berta down to get it. Kenny Gable, nice effort play. And the kill for Carly Pazenka to finish off the rally for Gering.
And I don't think she did that on purpose, Chris. Again, that's a shoot set. It's a hard ball to time, and Carly just fortunately got enough of it to get over the block and have it drop in the court.
Shoot set, explain that to everybody.
It's a low, fast tempo ball that goes kind of along the top of the net. It's very difficult to time, and it's very difficult to try to block to time it as well.
Scottsbluff side, back sent from Bewley. The lefty Horn. And they get it across on the final touch. Rally continues. Bumping it to the front was Boggs. Dunked there by Callie Wright. Tierra West tips it over top of the block. Down to get it Macy Boggs. Now Gable out of the back row. Maddie Ray. Both teams showing some nice ability here on this long rally. One of our longer rallies. Better points of the match so far. And Pazenka really leaning back and away from the net and out of bounds. Couldn't get it across. Point goes to Scottsbluff.
Yeah, the ball control on both sides kind of got ugly on that play, and she did the best she could, just couldn't reach behind it enough to get it over the net.
8-7 Gering. West to serve, and just a miss hit behind the service line for Scottsbluff.
And that's what I talked about, Chris. You'd rather have them serve it long and make somebody make a choice, because that just totally kills your momentum that you just got on that last play before that.
So, Coach, you mentioned shoot set. How many different types of sets are there?
Gering runs probably 4 to 5 different tempo type sets. Scottsbluff runs several different sets to different zones or different areas along the net to try to gain an advantage, but they really don't run much tempo like what Gering does.
9-7 Gering. Scottsbluff into the net on that last point. Foot to the front row. Bewley. Berta tipped up in the air. Scottsbluff side. Back set from Bewley, and the point will go to Scottsbluff. 9-8. Things staying tight here in the second so far.
You got to credit the Scottsbluff setter. I apologize, I don't know a lot of their names, but that was the exact place you want to set, completely away from the flow of the play, and helped them gain an advantage and a kill on that play.
Gracie Michael to serve now for the Bearcats. It goes to Gonzalez Orozco. Back set. Pazenka. Back set from Michael now for Scottsbluff to Quincy Johnson, and a kill for the transfer from Mitchell, the senior Quincy Johnson, her 4th of the night.
I really like how Quincy plays. She tries to bring emotion. She plays hard. You can tell that she gives everything she's got on every play.
9-9. Michael to serve again. Gonzalez Orozco. Cammie Newman. Ball controlled by Scottsbluff. Now Berta into the net. But Scottsbluff got it across quickly. A little dump set pushed across by Macy Boggs. Now trying to loft one to the back of the floor that time was Emma Foote. It sails long, and Gering goes in front 10-9.
It was a nice choice because Gering had really sucked up on the play, but it was just out by 2-3 feet.
Winkler serving for Gering. Now Austin Andreas. Good dig by Winkler. Gonzalez Orozco across. Nice job by Gering. Now Peyton Berta hits into the block. That was Boggs and Newman.
A lift call, which I agree with that. It was, unfortunately.
On Johnson?
Yes.
Yep. 11-9. Gering leads by 2. They won the opening set 25-22. Winkler down the middle on the serve, and that'll be an ace serve for Sid Winkler.
Sid's gaining some nice playing experience right now because it's going to be hard to replace Macy Boggs. She's been a stalwart out there for the last 4 years for Gering. Has done an awesome job.
And Macy will leave Gering High at semester and go join Benny Canales' group at WNCC. And, of course, they'll be playing a spring season this year. And hitting long that time, I think that was at Berta. Yes, it was. Out of bounds, it's 13-9. Gering leads by 4. WNCC with an inter-squad scrimmage tomorrow, and then they'll go to EWC for a scrimmage against the Lancers on Saturday. Maddie Ray, good dig by Emma Foote. Michael to the front. Andreas plays it across. Point continues. Right, the dig for Scottsbluff. Across from Berta. Gable to the front. Boggs, left side, Ray. And there's a kill for Maddie Ray.
That's one of those momentum plays where defense on both sides is going to kind of elevate the level of play, and you definitely want to go up and terminate like she did to help you get that momentum going again.
Gering surges out now to a 5-point lead, 14-9. Winkler still serving. Out of the back row Foot, Winkler the dig. Boggs will back set it for Newman. Played in the air by Johnson. Wright sends it across, now throwing one deep. And the point for Macy Boggs for Gering. Just a heads-up play. Thought she had an opening and went to it.
Was a great play, Chris, because that's something you don't expect on the second ball. And Macy's been trained, obviously, to shoot it to that back court, and a nice play.
We've got a timeout on the floor, set number 2. Gering won the opener 25-22. We'll step away. They lead in the second, 15-9 on our West Coast scoreboard. Chris Cottrell, Craig Shadwinkle with you tonight. KNEB.TV coverage, radio on 106.9 The Trail. Monument Physical Therapy in Gering. They offer their Bumps and Bruises program. That's one free consultation and one free follow-up for all area athletes. Monument Physical Therapy in Gering. Well, Coach, Gering's in control right now. 15-9 after winning the first set, and they lead here in the second. Scottsbluff's got some work to do.
Yeah, they do, and one thing that I think is a difference right now is the first match that we did, Scottsbluff touched an enormous amount of balls at the net, which slowed Gering's offense down and created some hitting errors, and their block is just not there like it was.
Cats get that kill. Now 15-10. And serving is Izzy Wright. It comes to Gonzalez Orozco. Back set from Boggs, and that'll be a point and the kill for Cammie Newman.
And as I say that, they jinxed me and get a nice block. It's just she hit it hard enough that it went off their hands and got a kill.
Another benefit for swinging big.
Yep.
16-10. Right, Michael shoots the set left side to Emma Foote. Newman on the first touch. Now Ray just across. Newman, or check that Foote for Scottsbluff will pick up the point.
A nice decision to take it over on the second contact and off the block, and those balls are so hard to play off the block when you're in the back row if you're not down and ready.
Gering swept Scottsbluff on Saturday here at home in the Western Conference Tournament, 2-0. And they lead 1-0 with a 5-point lead in the second set here tonight at home. High bump set. Gable down to dig it for Gering. Left side, Ray. Hits over the block. West. Foot. And that'll be Emma Foot with the point for Scottsbluff, her fourth of the night. Cats within 4. Callie Wright to serve for the Bearcats. Literally no spin whatsoever on that ball. Now Michael sets. Foot blocked from Gering. And Macy Boggs showing off the defensive chops there.
Nice play on both sides, and then you hate to see that effort in the back row to have somebody take it up and the rest of the kids aren't able to get it out.
17-12. Boggs to serve again now for Gering. Right. Michael Johnson to Gable. Gering side, Maddie Ray. And that'll sail long. Point to the Bearcats, 17-13.
Gering asking for a touch, and I think I agree with him. It sure looked like it was contacted at the net on the way out.
Megan Bewley subs in. She'll serve. Jump serve comes down the middle to Gable. Boggs will back set to Ray. Now Bewley to Foot. Dug by Ray. Boggs staying aggressive, and there's a kill for Kyla Knight, who's also been aggressive as this match has moved along.
You know, Chris, I had her in grade school, and I thought she could do what she's doing, but right there, that was a really nice shot. That's probably one of the better balls I've seen her hit.
18-13 Bulldogs here in set number 2. That was Maddie Ray serving for Gering. Now Tierra West. Boggs on the first touch. Gonzalez Orozco, and that third touch could not get it across, and it's 18-14. Scottsbluff is back to within 4.
And I think Scottsbluff, they're doing a better job of placing the ball, but they've got to get up and swing at it a few times as well.
Emma Foot. High serve across now. Hitting wide, out of bounds was Knight, and it's 18-15. Cats, here they come, down by 3.
And again, that's one of those tempo plays. She just wasn't in the right body position to hit it, which forced the error.
Jump serve from Emma Foot, and that'll be an ace, and put it in that spot you've been talking about, make the defense make the decision, and I think it was a good decision by Pazanka, just a nice serve.
It was, but it was a better serve on her part. That was an awesome ball where she placed it.
First ace of the night for Scottsbluff unofficially. Left side Pazanka, dug by Foot. Bewley sets up Peyton Berta, swings into the net. That'll turn into a kill for the sophomore Peyton Berta. And a timeout, this time taken by Gering as Scottsbluff is pulled to within 1. We'll break with them. Set number 2, 18-17. Gering leads on the West Coast scoreboard.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
High school volleyball coverage tonight on KNEB.TV and 106.9 The Trail. Set number 2 here at Gering High School. 18-17 Bulldogs. They were in full control of this set a few points back, but now Scottsbluff's drawn to within 1. Emma Foot serving. Kenny Gable. And now Maddie Ray out of the back row, and that'll turn into a kill.
Nice solid swing. I'm not a fan of using the back row in high school, but that worked out well, and Maddie hit a nice, hard, but a smart shot as well.
And when you're 6'1", you give yourself a little more margin for error.
Exactly.
19-17. Gering back up by 2. Gable serving. Bewley back set. West a little cut shot. That's down for a kill.
And that's again kind of that zone type ball, try to create a hole in the block, which it did, and a nice aggressive swing to the back corner.
And now West to serve. High ball across deep to Gable. Boggs will set, and that'll drop off the net. Slowed the ball down a little bit, and that turned into a kill for Cammie Newman.
Boy, Chris, we've got a weird angle, but I thought for sure that was out.
I couldn't agree more, Coach. Gonzalez Orozco now serves for Gering. Boy, good serve. Izzy Wright got down to get it to keep the ball alive right off the serve, but the point goes to Gering. And a 21-18 lead, 4 away from a 2-0 lead here at home tonight. Gonzalez Orozco. Berta got the first touch. Now Horn. And not the best ball there from Macy Boggs, but 21-19. Gering's lead still at 2.
A lefty up there. Did she play the last time?
She did not.
I didn't think so because I don't remember anybody swinging with the left hand. So.
And there's no paper rosters with the situation now.
Yep.
I tried to go to Max Preps quickly while the match was going on in the first set, and then eventually I just texted Jerry Darnell, and he told me who it was. So glad we've got that straightened out, but she did not play the first time around. To the front, Quincy Johnson tosses it up over the block. Now free ball for Scottsbluff. Andreas can't finish. Callie Wright, back set, Quincy Johnson. Good dig by Kenny Gable, and that'll be a point for the Bulldogs.
Well, and Chris, it's been interesting on both sides of the net when the setters are putting it in what we call the target zone, which is about an arm length off the net. They're able to swing, and that made a huge difference. The hitter was just more aggressive than the block that time.
Gering 3 away with a 3-point lead, 22-19. Down to get it, Emma Foote. Joust at the net. Point goes to Gering. That was Ray and Newman there to finish it off.
Yeah, and it's kind of come down to ball control on both sides as people are making runs. You've got to get a great first contact.
23-19. Winkler serving. Michael will set it for Johnson. Into the net. Hitting error for Scottsbluff, and Gering now 1 away from the 2-0 lead here on their home floor. Winkler serve. Back set from Michael. Berta. And that'll be a kill for Peyton Berta off Gonzalez Orozco of Gering.
Yeah, and they obviously had to have that, but that's what you want to not let Gering close the game out, is get up and swing hard and terminate it.
24-20. Off the side out. It's Izzy Wright to serve. Into the net. Service error number 2 of the set. And a freebie to wrap it up. Gering wins it 25-20 in set number 2. They'll look for the home sweep here in just a few moments. 2 sets in the book. Gering goes 25-22 and 25-20. We'll step away and come back with more. 2-0 lead right now for the homestanding Bulldogs on our West Coast scoreboard.
I've struggled with my weight since I was 13, but weight loss surgery changed my life. I've lost 120 pounds, 80 inches, and gained a whole new outlook on life.
Weight loss surgery may be the answer to your weight and health problems. Regional West offers the support of skilled surgeons and a dedicated bariatric team for your journey to a healthier you. Learn more about weight loss options at Regional West. It's time for a new you.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
Plant seeds of safety around irrigation equipment. Here are some potential hazards. Avoid moving irrigation equipment on windy days. Never try to remove an irrigation pipe that is contacting a power line. Keep spray from irrigation systems away from power lines. Make sure wiring is always grounded properly. Stay away from irrigation systems during lightning activity. We should always promote safety in all fields of endeavor. This message is brought to you by Chimney Rock Public Power, your touchstone energy partner, the power of human connections.
Chris Cottrell, Craig Chadwinkle back with you tonight. And Coach, I just gave you the news. I saw Coach Freeberg from Gering earlier. Steve Land, Coach Land just texted me and wanted to make sure we mentioned that longtime Gering High School bus driver Sonny Kistler drove thousands of miles over the years for Gering and Scottsbluff athletes for upwards of 15 years, passed away here recently. Saw that news from Coach Freeberg this morning. You knew him, and a lot of folks chiming in on social media, so a loss for the Gering athletic family.
Oh, it's a huge loss. Sonny was not only a great bus driver, but just a great individual. Him and his wife, Carol, drove all over the state, like you said. Sonny was one of the first to cheer you on when you got on the bus, whether you won or lost, and always, always, always had your safety as his number one priority.
So tough news for the Gering High family with the passing of Sonny Kistler, and some nice thoughts there from Coach Chadwinkle. 1-0 Scottsbluff. Here as we start in set number 3, a must-have now for the Bearcats. Gering leads 2-0. Gracie Michael to the front row. Boggs sets it up for Ray. Dug by Berta. Set by Michael. Berta with a left-hand tip across. Now Boggs. She'll set Ray up left side off the block. And a kill for Maddie Ray, her 10th of the night. And Coach, Scottsbluff scoring a lot of points on Gering errors. Gering's doing a much better job of scoring points on their own and finishing with some kills.
Yeah, they sure are.
And Cammie Newman with a service there. Scottsbluff leads 2-1.
And it's kind of interesting, too, Chris, just watching the match. Seemed like the first match of the year, Scottsbluff was a team a little more hungry for the win, really giving extra effort to do it, and it's kind of reversed. Tonight it looks like that's Gering wanting the game a little bit more than Scottsbluff is.
Yeah, when they played that first match, Scottsbluff was coming off that near 3-week quarantine, and it was their first match back in quite some time, and they were very hungry that night, and the atmosphere in the gym at Scottsbluff was great. Much, much different here this evening.
Tell you what, I am impressed with Kyla Knight tonight. She is such a wonderful, wonderful young lady. You can't find a better kid than Kyla. But I haven't seen her serve or swing this aggressively, and that's exciting to see this.
2-2 off the point from Knight. Serving is Boggs to the front row, Michael. Now Foot slides off from the left side and hitting long and out of bounds.
I jinxed her, I'm sorry.
Well, you're never going to be perfect in this business, Coach. You just roll with the punches.
Okay.
3-2 Scottsbluff. Serving is Callie Wright. Gonzalez Orozco, now Boggs. And Knight, that'll be a kill for Kyla Knight.
Sweet roll on the top of the net, and it twisted just enough to keep it in the court. But I love how aggressive she's going at the ball, and you can't fault the kid when they try to leave it all on the court on one play.
We're tied at 3, 25-22 Gering in set 1. They took the second, 25-20 to the front row. Michael, quick set, and finding the opening, and Emma Foot gets it down for the kill for the Bearcats.
Yeah,
she's got 5.
Great court vision. Gering almost had 3 blockers up, and so you're going to have massive holes, and she definitely found one from a nice, smart shot.
4-3, and now Megan Bewley to serve, the junior, with 16 aces on the season. Jump serve from Bewley, and that sails long. Third service there of the night for the Bearcats. 9-14 their record, Gering 9-12. We were talking about it earlier. The power points are tightly packed between Gering at 14, Scottsbluff 17, and Alliance at 18. Kenny Gable serves for Gering, and now Horn. That's Paige Horn, the freshman. Rally continues. Boggs, left side. Pazanka, the lefty tip. It turned into a joust with Horn. And that'll be a point for the Bulldogs.
Just missed timing on the block out there. Nice, smart shot. If she tried to hit that too hard, I think it would have come back right in her face, but just right off the outside part of her hand.
5-4 Dogs. Gable stays on serve. Bewley pops the set up in the air. There's Horn, the freshman. Now Tierra West babied that one over the block, and now West got a free ball. Block at the net, Cammie Newman. Point continues. Over the head shot there from Foot, kept it alive, but the point goes to the Bulldogs.
I think Cammie's got on fake fingernails because I'm not sure how she got that one to go over other than just the end of her fingertip.
6-4 with the lead press-ons.
Yeah.
Foot. Doug, ball in the Raptors. It continues, and Boggs will shoot it back across. Bewley. Little bumped it across quickly, but that ball sails out of bounds, and Scottsbluff gets the side out.
Nice vision play. Gering was way out of alignment on that, on a scramble play, but you got to really credit their hustle on that play to keep the ball alive, and the setter was just able to dump it in the hole.
6-5 Bulldogs here in set number 3. They won the opening 2, so looking for the home sweep tonight. They'd give them 5 straight sets over Scottsbluff. Emma Foot serving, and that'll be an ace serve for Emma, her second ace tonight.
Yeah, she's done a nice job back there. She's serving an aggressive ball, no top spin on it, and side spin, and it's a really tough ball to have to play.
Another jump serve from Foot this time. A little high arcing job across. Boggs will set up Pazenka. Big swing. Dug by Bewley. Ball high for Peyton Berta. Back row. Now left side, and Pazenka in the block. I think West got that one for Scottsbluff.
Tell you what, if you're not in the gym and you didn't see the setter save her face on that ball that Pazenka hit, that was an awesome dig by their setter back there.
And the jump serve into the net that time from Foot. Second service error here in the set. Fourth of the match for Scottsbluff. Gering's had 5 errors behind the service line so far tonight. Been fairly clean serving from both squads. There's a line drive from Gonzalez Orozco. Now Peyton Berta on the block. That was Boggs along with Newman, and a lift called against Gering, and the point goes to the Bearcats.
Great effort by Carly, though. I mean, there wasn't much she could do but try to kind of grab it and throw it, and at least she tried.
8-7 Cats. Tierra West to serve. Jump serve comes down the middle to Gable. Played off the net by Boggs. Good play by the senior. Hitting it over the block now. Gering on the attack with Pazenka. To the front row. Back set from Bewley. Horn, the freshman. Dug by Gonzalez Orozco. They're going to go back to Pazenka, and that sails long.
Got a touch, though. Yeah, they're going to call it.
So we get the touch.
Yep.
And the point goes to Gering, so Pazenka will pick up the kill, her 5th of the night. Unofficial. 8-8 our score here in the 3rd. TV for football tomorrow night with TJ and Chad, the TV crew. That'll be at Mitchell. Gering at the Tigers tomorrow evening. We'll have radio only with Scottsbluff at McCook for a big Class B tilt. Of course, that Gering-Mitchell game also big. Nice block. And 2 set up. That'll be Paige Horn, the freshman.
And that's kind of the bad thing when you go back to talking about tempo and shoot type set, is there wasn't anything that Maddie could do but hit it right into the block. Set way too tight.
9-8 Scottsbluff. Gracie Michael to serve. To the front row, Boggs punched across by Maddie Ray. Michael, now Berta. Berta's been off on those swings so far tonight. That one sails into the net. We're tied at 9.
Yeah, she's leaving a little bit too early, which is putting her under the ball, and it's causing her to hit it into the net.
Michael, back set, Berta, blocked at the net. That was Knight and Ray combining. Not sure who got the bulk of the ball that time. It always looks like it's the one who celebrates more, so we're going to go with Maddie Ray.
There you go.
10-9. Gering is back in front, Berta. And there's Peyton Berta with the kill.
Now, if you notice on that play, Scottsbluff went with tempo and it threw off Gering's defense, and she was able to get a really nice kill out of that play. That was a nice job.
10-10 our score. Gering leads 2-0. Serving for Scottsbluff is Izzy Wright. And that'll sail into the net. 3rd service error of the set for the Bearcats. Gering leads 11-10. Now Macy Boggs behind the line for Gering. Wright was there with her sister. Now Emma Foot. Dug by Gable. Boggs bump sets to Maddie Ray. Over the block, short ball. Michael, third hit across, and the rally continues. Boggs will bump set it. Ray on the approach. Took a little bit off, and Gonzalez Orozco will pick up the point for Gering, 12-10.
Yeah, nice placement shot, and that's really about all that she could do.
She's got a chance to be a good one also, just a freshman.
I agree with you.
Just the athleticism alone.
Yep.
A serve for Macy Boggs.
Tell you, that ball couldn't have gone more than like a millimeter over the top of the net, and that baby was humming. I wasn't surprised by the kind of pass that they got off of it. I'm not buying a lotto ticket tonight because no matter what I say, when somebody does something good, I jinx them and mess them up. So forget about stopping anywhere.
Scottsbluff gets the side out. Boggs. Ray. Now West. Quincy Johnson's been quiet for the better part of a set or so. Maddie Ray left side, dunked there by Callie Wright. Michael sets it up for Foot. Over top of the block, down to get it Macy Boggs. Gable, now Ray, dug by Wright. Michael. Good effort by Gonzalez Orozco. Ray with a roll shot. Michael sets up West. And she found the opening here on the near side and dropped it in for a point. Tierra West for Scottsbluff.
A great shot, a definite hole there, and I was wanting her to kill it, but she got the job done.
13-12 Gering. Serving is Callie Wright for the Bearcats. Macy Boggs with the back sent to Maddie Ray. Ball hung on the net for a moment. Comes back to the Gering side. Boggs across. Wright. Michael going to set Foot up. Tried to just squeeze one between the block. Now Gonzalez Orozco. Izzy Wright. Michael back set Quincy Johnson. Kenny Gable to save the point for Gering. Rally continues. Gonzalez Orozco across. Now the cut shot from West, dug by Boggs. Gable, bump set Ray. Callie Wright. Now West hangs in the air, shoots it wide of the target, out of bounds. Gering leads 14-12. Hydrotex is your lubrication solution partner. They're a member of the Holiday family of companies. Hydrotex is proud to support all local athletes.
I think this is the first 2-point lead we've had in this set, isn't it?
I think you're right.
It's been really close.
14-12. Michael will give it right back to Foot. And that'll be a point for Emma Foot. Second of the set, sixth kill of the night.
Nice, smart shot, but you can't do that all night. You're going to have to get up and swing at the ball also.
14-13. Scottsbluff and a must-have set here on the road crosstown at Gering. Megan Bewley serves to Gable down the middle. Back set, far right side. The kill there for Kyla Knight.
I think I know who I'm voting for the MVP tonight.
Kyla with a night.
You betcha. She's played a heck of a match.
15-13. Still getting coached up, and the encouragement passed along from head coach Amanda Cochran. Serving down the middle, Kenny Gable. Back set, Foot. And that's a kill for the Bearcats. Emma Foot's got 3 in the set.
Yeah, they needed that because Gering, it kind of felt like they'd grabbed the momentum. We're going to try to establish a lead here. So
Foot serving. Ray free ball now for Scottsbluff. Middle, West. And that'll be a kill for Tierra West.
Nice aggressive swing. They'd been tipping 3-4 in a row, and like I said, you've got to get up and swing at it. You can't just tip all night.
We're tied at 15 here in the third. Jump serve from Emma Foot. And sails just long. Kenny Gable made the decision to let it go, and it paid off. Gering goes back in front. 4 service errors in the set from Scottsbluff. Gonzalez Orozco serves to Foot. Bewley to Peyton Berta, and nobody home, and the kill for Berta.
Nobody there. Nice. Wasn't the hardest ball you could hit, but she hit it with enough technique to get it where the hole was at. A nice play.
This back and forth affair here in the third set continues, tied at 16. Gonzalez Orozco on serve receive. Back set. Now Carly Pazanka dug by Bewley. West bump sets to the front row. Lefty Horn. And that's down for a point for the freshman.
Chris, I like that kid. That was a tough ball to hit, and she not only hit a tough ball, but hit it to an open corner. That was impressive for a freshman.
How difficult is it for a defender to just get used to playing against a lefty on the other side of the net?
It's tough because it's a whole different angle you've got to read.
And that point goes to Scottsbluff. Cats surge in front now. They take a 2-point lead, 18-16. West will serve for the Bearcats. Here West has 3 kills here in this set, playing much better. That ball's going to sail well long of the target and out of bounds.
Yeah, and this set, Scottsbluff gets the momentum, and then they've been missing those serves, and you kind of cut your throat and hand it right back to Gering. So keep it in play, see what you can do.
They get the side out. Winkler on to serve. Horn. Now Berta tried to shoot it cross court. Now left side. Maddie Ray on the attack. Rally continues. Berta. And that's down for a kill for the sophomore Peyton Berta.
Now, you know, Chris, this is the Scottsbluff team we saw in the first match. Playing smart, playing aggressive. Gering's defense is not quite sure where to go to read the ball and gaining some momentum here. So nice job by their part.
Coming up on 8 o'clock here this Thursday evening. KDB.TV coverage. And Gracie Michael serves it directly into the net. 6 service errors in this set, or Scottsbluff could be in much better shape. Currently leading 19-18. Newman serves for Gering. Michael back set Berta. Block at the net from Gering. Michael will set Quincy Johnson. And off the block and down for a point for the Scottsbluff senior Johnson.
And you know, Chris, another player that I think has done an awesome job for Gering is little Sydney Winkler. She's come in on the service line and several times changed the momentum and got a nice little service run and some points for Gering back there.
Bewley's done the same for Scottsbluff on their side of the net.
Yep, you're right.
Now Wright to the front. Boggs.
4 hits. They say Scottsbluff block. I agree. Did not touch that ball.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Scottsbluff goes in front, 21-18. We get a timeout taken here in the third set. Cats lead it by 3 right now on the West Coast scoreboard.
At TC and More in Scottsbluff, we believe it's the little things that make your house a home. Start with home decor. Brighten up any room in your house with flags, wall decorations, and custom art pieces. Next, brighten up your wardrobe with clothing and accessories like jewelry and purses from the Myra collection. And remember, seniors and military members receive an additional 10% discount. Visit our website, tcandmore.com, and like us on Facebook, TC and More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
Back tonight on KDB.TV and 106.9 The Trail. Coach Scottsbluff has worked their way back into this set. Or not really trying to work their way back into the match. This set's been nip and tuck throughout. They lead 21-18 and trying to close things out here to force a fourth.
But you know, a completely, from what I see, different mental attitude out there. They're playing hard, they're playing aggressive, they're not afraid to make a mistake. They've kind of come together to support each other, and they really need to have this set here to keep the match going.
Izzy Wright serving for Scottsbluff. Boggs will set Maddie Ray, and that's down for a kill.
Nice, smart shot, again to that deep corner. It's a really, really tough ball for a defense to have to play.
Maddie Ray leads Gering with 12 kills on the night. Kyla Knight has 7 next in line. Scottsbluff's got 6 from Peyton Berta, 7 from Emma Foote to lead the way. Everything stat-wise I mentioned, folks, completely unofficial. Left side Ray, tipped up into the air. Now Andreas. Good dig by Gering. They'll set Maddie Ray, trying to find a rhythm. Back-to-back kills for the 6'1 sophomore.
Yeah, Maddie's playing with a lot of confidence. You expect that because if you can't set your middle, you can set it to get that kill as the left side, and Maddie's filling that role and doing it very well.
And Macy Boggs, a trusted hand on the service line. Sends one across, and that's going to turn into an ace. Ran it up on the body that time of Callie Wright.
Tough ball to play, no spin, a float, kind of moved a little bit at the last minute and caught her standing.
We're tied 21-21. Gering has scored 3 straight. Boggs serves. Another knuckleball. This will be played to the front row and hitting wide. Is it wide or long? Either way, out of bounds, and Gering goes in front 22-21.
A half a ball length and it would have been different. It was a nice swing, just barely out of bounds.
So Gering 3 points away, 22-21. Boggs on serve, and Johnson off the serve receive, and then nobody at the net talking. It was Andreas and Michael there. Gering scored 5 straight. They lead 23-21. We'll get another quick break in here late in this third set. Gering up by 2 on the West Coast scoreboard.
For the past 44 years, Platte Valley Vacuum and Sewing has been serving the Wyobraska area. That's quite a long time. At Platte Valley Vac and Sew, you'll find quality sewing machines, quilting and embroidery machines, even sergers from name brands such as Pfaff and Baby Lock, both known for their well-made machinery. Keep in mind you'll receive one-on-one lessons with your machine purchase. Platte Valley Vac and Sew also offers a fine selection of 100% cotton quilting fabrics and a great selection of threads and notions to assist you in most any quilting or embroidery project you might have. For all your sewing machine quilting needs, stop by Platte Valley Vac and Sew, downtown Scottsbluff.
And the fans that are here tonight starting to make some noise. Scottsbluff led by 3, 21-18. 5 straight points from Gering to get the Bulldogs in front, 23-21, and 2 points away from a home sweep over their arch rival. Boggs to serve, looking for a 3rd straight point. Michael sets foot, and that's down. Winkler and Gable looked at one another. No one made a play on the ball. And Emma Foote picks up her 4th kill of the set.
Yeah, now this serve is important. You've got the momentum. You need to get the ball in place so you can try to tie things up here.
Callie Wright. And good serve. Free ball turns into a point for Emma Foote.
Okay, I am going to buy that lotto ticket. I didn't jinx her, so I don't know if she heard us, but that was a nice aggressive serve.
It came back around for you. We're tied at 23. Wright comes down the middle to Winkler. Popped up in the air. Does Maddie Wright still have it? She does.
Yep.
Michael couldn't handle it. And a chance now for Gering. Addie Ray has 14 kills tonight. Double the amount of the second best in that category for Gering, and she's serving for the match. Ball at the net. Foot in the air, Knight. Oh, and Gable.
Oh, no. You've got to communicate on that. Either that or get out of the way and let your libero, who's supposed to be your best passer, take it over. Just a miscommunication play, unfortunately.
Yeah, Ray was right near her as the ball got close. We're tied at 24. Megan Bewley, one of the better servers for Scottsbluff. Gable, good pass front row, and Pazanka can't finish. Down to get it was Wright. Now we're going to get a whistle.
I think she was in the net or over the line. A really tight pass. She just tried to save it, unfortunately couldn't do it for Scottsbluff.
And another veteran with the ball in her hands right now. Kenny Gable to serve for the match for Gering. They lead 25-24. Gable's serve is played by Wright. Bewley back set, Foot, and here comes Gering with a shot. Boggs sets it up for Pazanka, and that is going to do it. Carly Pazanka.
That's the swing. That's the statement you want to make to end the game. It's like enough is enough. We're through. We're going home.
26-24 the final as Gering sweeps Scottsbluff on their home floor tonight. 25-22, 25-20, and 26-24. We'll get to our Runs of Postgame show coming up right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
Hi, I'm Michelle Perkins of Remax Regency. After branching out, I've returned home to my roots, to the land from which I came and my family has held for 5 generations.
Michelle truly understands what home means and treats you like family as she guides you through the buying and selling process, bringing the latest pricing tools that are not currently being used in this area to sell your home at the highest price in the least amount of time, and to ensure that you do not overpay when buying.
So just give me a call, kick back, Remax, and settle down.
Home buying is filled with decisions. Neighborhood, floor plan,
fenced yard? Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home. Home buying is filled with decisions. Square feet, fixer-upper, room to grow. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home.
Can you come back after this one? I kind of botched it. Okay. This is supposed to be break 18. End of game break. Against their arch rival Scottsbluff, 25-22, 25-20, and 26-24. Chris Cottrell and former Gering longtime successful head coach Craig Shadwinkle back with you as we get started on our Runs of Postgame show. Well, Coach, we talked coming in that teams are going to have to bring their own energy here tonight with the limited number of fans, just immediate family only allowed into the gym tonight. And after Gering it was a feeling out process early, as I think both teams were just kind of adjusting to the feel here, but then Gering rose to the occasion, gets the sweep, and maybe some quick thoughts on you from what you saw.
Yeah, I agree. Like I told you, to be honest, I don't know either team really well, but with my experience, it was either nerves, tired from over the weekend, because the Western Conference is a knockdown, drag-out. Traditionally, year in and year out, our conference is one of the best in the entire state of Nebraska, and it can take a lot out of kids. This time of year, you also get to the point to where you might have some nagging injuries, and things kind of start to build up. But this is also the time of year you want to start putting everything together, continue to raise that intensity level. And it was a strange match to get started. And you wonder, if we'd had a crowd here, if that would have changed how both teams would have started, because it just was different. And then the third set was kind of the set that we saw in the first match that we did over at Scottsbluff, kind of back and forth. Both teams playing aggressively and trying to get after it. But, it's going to be interesting. It's been weird with COVID. It's been weird not having the crowd here. And then you've got, 3-4 big matches still for both squads, and then throwing Alliance in there, because it is huge to be able to host that sub-district tournament.
Yeah, Gering's got left on the schedule regular season-wise at Sydney next week, and then hosting Bridgeport. Bridgeport, a solid C2 club, and for Scottsbluff finishing on the road at Alliance, and a Torrington squad that coming into play tonight at a record of 11-3. So Scottsbluff up against it, the loss tonight, and then two more road matches before we get to sub-district play. This win was big for Gering as far as Gering Scottsbluff Alliance and sub-district and that grouping of teams. They came into tonight leading that group of three, and with the win they'll stay right where they're at. You would think maybe move up even statewide, and the power points came in at number 14. We'll come back with more right after this on our Runs of Postgame show on the Rural Radio Network.
At Platte Valley Bank, we believe it shouldn't cost you money to access your money. That's why we offer free ATMs anytime, anywhere. Whether you are across town or traveling abroad, there won't be an added expense to access the funds in your Platte Valley Bank account. Free ATMs are just one of the great benefits of banking with us. Stop by to talk to one of our friendly associates to discuss what else Platte Valley Bank has to offer.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver, along with a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today, and remember, United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flights. While at the airport, stop and enjoy authentic Italian food at Roma Italian Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Tiana runs a post-game show tonight. Time to catch up with a victorious Gering head coach, Amanda Cochran. So, Coach, let's start with the feel in the gym tonight. Very weird with immediate family members only. Did you think that had maybe just as things started tonight, it felt like both teams were just a little out of whack, and boy, the energy was just a little off, but then you guys picked it up.
Yep. We just have to focus on the things that we can control and focus on, pass, set, and hit, and the game of volleyball.
So coming off Western Conference, and you go 2-1 over the weekend, finish third. You guys now, best win-loss-wise, stretch-wise, have won 4 of 5. Does that reflect playing your best volleyball of the season, you think, right now?
Yeah, and that's where we need to be coming up to the end of the season. So we definitely need to keep getting ready to peak here in about a week, 2 weeks. Yep.
And with sub-districts, as you mentioned, postseason rolling around here quickly, you guys enter tonight on top of the 3 teams in the sub-district at 14th in power points. So a home win definitely going to help as far as trying to be hosting here shortly.
Absolutely. Every game matters, and every game throughout the season matters for that fact.
How'd you feel you played over the weekend? We didn't get a chance to talk this morning for pregame. How'd Western Conference go, did you think?
We played 2 really tough games on Saturday and kind of slowed down in our third game, but overall they had a really tough weekend and definitely saw that they could pick it up and play a higher level of game than what we had been up to that point. So it was a good stretch for us.
Unofficially, I got Maddie down for 14 kills tonight, but you guys really spread it out with some of the point scorers tonight, but Maddie led with 14. Who stood out to you from your vantage point?
Yeah, I thought Maddie hit really well. Carly stuck in there real tough. Kyla and Cammie in the middle both kept swinging tough too, so that was a big part of our night, is that those middles could step in and take some cracks too.
Coach was pretty high on what he saw from Kyla Knight tonight.
Yeah, she did great. Yeah, we're really proud of her.
I told Chris when I had her back in grade school, Kyla was such a wonderful kid. She wouldn't take that aggression to step over anybody else to hurt their feelings, and I saw a completely different side of her tonight, and I think she did a nice job. Another kid I thought who played well for you was Sydney Winkler.
She did great.
I thought she came in and did some aggressive serves to keep Scottsbluff out of their offensive tempo and really helped your momentum and your swing that way.
Yeah, Sid Winkler has some great movement in the back row, and we're thankful for her shifting our defense, and she picks up a lot. She's real quick.
Such a young team. Have you seen the progression from the start of the year to now that you had hoped?
Absolutely. That's exactly what we want. We want to see growth from every player and just playing the best volleyball at the end of the year.
Gering with a big home victory tonight. They sweep Scottsbluff on their home floor. Again, the finals 25-22, 25-20, and 26-24. Head coach Amanda Cochran, congratulations on the win. Thanks for stopping up.
Thanks for being here tonight.
Yep, our pleasure. We'll come back with more and start to wrap things up right after this on the Rural Radio Network.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Leeds Heads.
Coach, let's kind of discuss this on the fly. Our Taco John's players of the game. I know at one point you wanted to go with Kyla Knight. You heard what Coach said about Maddie Ray. She had 14 kills unofficially with what I had tracked. So what do you think as far as the Gering side of the net?
You know, it was tough because I agree with you and I agree with Coach. I think she had a number of kids that stepped up. Maddie, like I told you in the broadcast, is a left side player that if you can't get it to anybody else, you expect that player to do what she did. But that's your call. I'm going to let you. I'm going to bow out. I'm still thinking about this lotto ticket thing here.
Okay,
so.
we're going to go with Maddie Ray.
Okay.
Big double-digit kill night. Taco John's player of the game for Gering, Maddie Ray. Of course, you can make Taco John's a game day tradition. Unwrap the original before or after every game. Looking at the Scottsbluff side, it looked like Emma Foote led in kills with 8, but similar to your thoughts on Sid Winkler, I thought Megan Bewley did some of those same type of things coming in on the service line and sparking Scottsbluff, and I don't think we've gone her direction yet this year. So we'll go with Megan Bewley doing some of the little things and making hustle plays for Scottsbluff. And they also got a nice performance from the freshman Paige Horn, that lefty coming off the bench, giving some energy, and she's going to be a dandy for head coach Leslie Forrell. So your 2 Taco John's players of the game tonight, Megan Bewley for Scottsbluff and Maddie Ray for Gering. Well, Coach, always fun to have you on board, and we still got a few matches left in sub-district tournament. For right here at Gering, I'll make sure I look you up, or even if we're over at Scottsbluff, whichever way it turns out, maybe we can get together before this season ends one more time or two.
Sounds good. It's just been fun to watch some good volleyball. You know, 6 months ago, you didn't think this was going to be a reality. Another little curveball thrown at both programs tonight. I thought they both did an admirable job with that. And you know, the end of the year comes down to who wants it the most. And if Gering's 4 out of 5 in their last match, I think Coach has got them on the right direction. Just got to continue to build that. But then if I'm Leslie Fuller, I'm going to go back to my kids and say, hey, we were right there. We've got to stay with what we do, finish being aggressive, and go from that, because I think if they would have asked me before this last weekend who was going to win the conference tournament, you know, everybody had kind of beaten everybody to that point, and I really don't think there was one team like in years when I coached that you could say is flat out, there's no way they're going to get beat in that tournament. And so I guess if Gering hosted or Scottsbluff hosted, it'd be great, because if they do allow crowds, at least they're not having to travel. But you definitely want to host it in your own gym. You're familiar with the setting, a little bit of an advantage there. And so, yeah, they've still got a couple weeks to keep fine-tuning, but I think it's still anybody's ball game. So Gering can't rest on what they did tonight, and I think Scottsbluff has got to come back and say we got to stay with that identity, you know, that's got us those wins over Sydney and some of these other good programs that are in the area, and then just continue to fight and push to get better.
And I think if you're a high school athlete right now, whether you're winning or whether you're losing, be thankful you're out on the field, in the gym, on the cross-country course, on the tennis courts, whatever the case may be. Be thankful you're able to play, because it almost feels like day to day we're starting to get to that dicey area once again where you really never know if you've played your final game for that particular sport. So I think right now everybody needs to just be thankful they're able to get out here and compete and play sports at the high school level.
Yeah, you hit it right on the head, that I think the kids do understand that. And again, I'm going to plug KNB. I think you guys do a great job of promoting the kids and what they do, because they work hard, and there's been a lot of, I know just from the teaching standpoint that I go through on a day-to-day basis, I get up from my desk and start walking. I'm like, oh crap, I don't have my mask, and then I got to go back and get it. And just the little things that you don't have to do, that even to start the match tonight when it looked like both sides' mental focus was off a little bit, these kids are dealing with a lot nowadays. It's not just get up, go to school, have fun, be a kid, let them be a kid, and then go and do the things they love to do. So, yeah, you hit it right on the head.
Appreciate you showing up tonight, Coach. Always appreciate you having to be in the brains of the operation here for our volleyball coverage. Big thanks to TJ and Chad on the TV side tonight. And for everybody that couldn't be in the gym, hope you were able to enjoy from the comfort of your own living room or listening out in the car, whatever the case may be tonight. Glad we could bring you high school volleyball. Tomorrow night, football TV radio from Mitchell with Gering at the Tigers. Mitchell 6-1. Gering looking for that first win. Pregame will start at 6:30 with kickoff at 7 o'clock. We'll have a 1 hour earlier start time, radio only, right here on 106.9 The Trail. Noah and myself will be at McCook for Scottsbluff and the Bison. That'll do it from Gering High tonight. Bulldogs sweep Scottsbluff and Prep Volleyball, a 3-0 sweep here for this evening. That'll do it. Have a great rest of your Thursday evening, everybody.